Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Kamādivinicchaya. Kamādivinicchaya. So there are 5 kinds of Kama here. There are 5 kinds of Kama. Upadikama, Bhayanakama, Patipadikama, Bhumikama, Desnakama. 5 kinds of Kama. 5 kinds of Kama there, the order. So in the Buddha's teaching, you will see there are 5 kinds of orders: Upadikama, Bhayanakama, Patipadikama, Bhumikama, Desnakama. When the Buddha gave Dhamma talk, he used, you see, different orders, a different suttas, a different teaching. Here, 5 kinds of orders are given here. What is Upadikama, what is Bhayanakama, what is Patipadikama, what is Bhumikama, what is Desnakama? Let's see. Tata Patama Kalala Hodi Abhidhamma. Firstly, Kalala, the embryos, you see, the arises there. Then the solid Abhidhamma, Kalala Hodi Abhidhamma, solid the appear. So here, the Piṭaka is the first stage. Now the solid is the second stage. In this case, such kind of teaching is called Upadikama here. Upadikama. Here. So such kind of teaching is called Upadikama. The order of abandoning. State to be abandoned by CA. Oh, yes, here. To be the fetus is the first state. Pro the fetus is the first state. There comes to be the fetus is the second state. Abhidhamma here. The Abhidhamma actually solid. Come to solid state. Firstly, there is no solid. There is only liquid. You see, very, very small amount of liquid. There are the purees, that liquid turn to the solid. That solid state is called Abhidhamma here. So in this case, the Kama here, the arising order, arising, you see, step by step. This arising order is called Upadikama. What the Buddha said, Patama Krala Hodi Abhidhamma. So this order is the arising order. It must arise one after another. Like Jakku, Sota, Jakku the Pasara, Jakku the Jakku Pasara, Sota Pasara, and so. So the Kalapa also arise in orders, you see. That the teaching is called Upadikama. So the Dasanena Bhattapa Dhamma Pavanaya Bhattapa Dhammati Eva Mati Bhahanakamo. So Dasanena Bhattapa Dhamma. So the Dhamma which is eliminated by Dasana or Sotapadimaka, Pavanaya Bhattapa, the Dhamma which is eliminated by the higher Maka or the developing here. You translate what? Order abandoning states to be abandoned by CA, states to be abandoned by development. So the Dasanena Bhattapādika you have learned already. So the state to be abandoned by Sotapadimaka, states to be abandoned by the higher marga. This teaching, such kind of teaching is called Pahanagama, the order of removing, order of abandoning here. See, this the teaching. So that's Nina Pahadaba, Bhavana Pahadaba. Where the kilesa or where the harms are abandoned, by the marga, they are abandoned step by step by the marga, orderly, Sotapanimaka eliminates some of the kilesa, Sakadagamimaka, the weaken some of the kilesa, Anagamimaka abandons some of the kilesa, finally Aradamaka abandons all kinds of the remaining defilement. This order is called Pahanagama. The teaching, such kind of teaching also called Pahanagama, so the order of abandoning. The Sila Visuddhi, Citta Visuddhi, the Ewa Madi Patipadikamo. So Padikamo, the order of practice. So when we practice Vipassana, we have to go step by step. We cannot go directly to Vipassana knowledge. So here, we had to, according to the Visuddhimagga, we come from the beginning, Sila Visuddhi. Without Sila, we cannot, establish Samadhi. So without Samadhi, we cannot establish Panya. So we need to practice the one after another. We need to start from the Sila. Then we go to the Samadhi, Citta Visuddhi. Then we go to Vipassana, Jnana Dasana Visuddhi, and so on. So we need to go step by step, one after another, when we practice insight meditation. So the Buddha also instructs to practice the Vipassana, the step by step, study through the Sila, then come to Samadhi, then come to Panya, sorry, come to Panya. So this such kind of teaching is called here Patipadikama, Patipadikama. So the order of the practice. Then Kamavajra Rupajra di Ewa Madi Bhumikama, the order of playing. So from the inferior to superior. Kamavajra Bhumi, Rupajra Bhumi, Arupajra Bhumi. The Avata Bhumi, we say the Avata, the Lokodara Avata Bhumi. That Bhumi, actually, that is not Bhumi, but the escape from the Bhumi, some kind of the escape from the Bhumi. That's why we call it Lokodara Avata Bhumi. So Bhumi, where the Buddha talk about the planes, from the inferior to superior. So such kind of teaching is called Bhumikama. So you can see in Dhammasangani also, the Buddha used Bhumikama. Study through the Kamavajra. They go to Rupavajra. Kamavajra Kusala, Rupavajra Kusala, Arupavajra Kusala. Finally, he concludes with the Lokodara Kusala there, where he is talking about Kusala Dhamma. So when we is talking about Abhidhamma, also the same. You see, the Ahetuka Vipaka first, Kamavajra Vipaka first. Then go to Rupavajra Vipaka and Arupavajra Vipaka. You can see it at the Dhammasangani. So such kind of the teaching is called Bhumikama, Bhumikama, the order of playing. The Chattaro Satipatthana, Chattaro Samapatthana Diwa. Then Dhana Gatha Sila Gatha Diwa, Ewa Madi Desanakamo. So the Chattaro Satipatthana, Chattaro Samapatthana, Dhana Gatha Sila Gatha. So Desanakamo here, the Desanakamo, the order of the teaching. So in this case, Chattaro Satipatthana Samapatthana. So it's not necessary, to step through the Satipatthana and go to Samapata. But Satipatthana, Samapata, Iddhipada, the Indriya, Bala, all these things happen at the same time, When you start mindfulness, the Viriya is there, Samadhi is there, you see all the others, the the enlightenment fetters also will be there. That's why we say here, Desanagama, that is the order of the teaching only. That does not mean to start pro such things. It's the Dana Sila also. So where you are establishing meritoriously, it is not necessary to start from the Sila first. So whatever Kusala Dhamma, you can start, you can start from the Dana, or you can start from Sila, or you can start from Bhavana. Any kind, any things you can start. You don't need to go, you see, one after another, this thing. So in the case of the enlightenment parents, you practice one, the other also will be there. So the other also will be there. Sometimes you do dana, at the same time you also sila. Sometimes you also sila, at the same time you do dana. Dana, sila, bhavana sometimes happen together. That's why such kind of teaching is called the teaching, the order of the teachings. Yesu ida upadikamo tavanayo jadi, among the 5 orders. Upadikama, the order of arising is not appropriate here. Nayojiti is not suitable, it's not appropriate in this Khandhavibhaṅga. In Khandhavibhaṅga, the Buddha, the teaches the Khanda, Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankara Khanda, Vijnana Khanda. So this, the order of the Khanda here, not Upadikama. That does not mean Rupa Khanda arises first, then Vedana Khanda. It does not mean like that. The Rupa Khanda and the other 4 Khanda arise together at the same time simultaneously. So it is not Upadikama. The Pai Khanda, the teaching of the Pai Khanda is not the order of arising, because those 5 Khanda do not arise one after another. Those 5 Khandas, they arise simultaneously at the same time. So it is not suitable to say that is Upadikama. Kalala Jina Viya Khandana. So it is not like a Kalala Abuddha Khandana. Oba Priya Wavathanena Anupatito. Oba Priya Wavathanena Anupatito. Yeah, the reason. Not appropriate here because the aggregates do not arise in the order of their successive determining, as in the case of the Peters in the first stage. So there is Pubbha Priya Wavathanena Anupatito do not arise. Anupatito do not arise. Pubbha Priya here is the order of the successive determining. The Pubbha Priya Wavathana. Pubbha Priya Wavathana. So the teaching of the Khandhavibhaṅga is not the order of arising because the aggregates do not arise in the order of the successive determination, not in the order like a Kalala Abuddha. That is the reason why it is not appropriate to say Upadikama. Then Nabahana Gamo. It is not also appropriate to say Napahanagama. So where because actually Rupa Khanda is not to be abandoned. So the Namakhanda, Amadi Namakhanda also. We have Kusala Namakhanda, Abhyagata Namakhanda. Those are also not to be abandoned. Only Akusala Namakhanda are to be abandoned. So here, it is not Pahanakama. Kusala Bhyagadana Apahadapato, or here the reason is given. Kusala Bhyagadana, Kusala e Abhyagada. Rupa Khanda is included in the Abhyagada. You see? Rupa Khanda. So Kusala Abhyagada Khandas are not to be abandoned. That's why the teaching of the Khandhavibhaṅga is not suitable to say Bhanagama. Na Patipadikamo Aguslana Abdi Pachaniyato. It is not appropriate to say what? Patipadikamo, the order of the practice. Because akuslana abdipajaniyato. Yeah, the reason is kebe. Akuslana appropriate are not to be practiced. Apatipajaniyato, not to be practiced, not should be practiced, not to be practiced. So we do not practice akusla, but we do practice kusla. So akusla not to be practiced. Kusla is to be practiced. We have to practice kusla to get kusla, but the akusla is not to be practiced. Akusla happen easily. Sometimes without attention, the akusla arises easily. So akusla is not to be practiced. That's why we cannot say we need to practice. We need to practice. What is it? Patipadikamo. We need to practice metta first. We need to practice the akusla, kusla, and something like that. That's why it is not patipadikamo. It is not suitable to say to regard this teaching as patipadikama. The order or the practice. Na bhumikamo vedana dina jitusu jitu bhumaka priya panata. Na bhumikamo. That is not also bhumikama. It's not appropriate to say it bhumikama, because vedana dina, vedana sanya, or the other jirana, vedana sanya jirana evunyana. So jitu bhumaka priya panata. So they, like a Phasa, Vedana, Sanya, all those Dhamma, so belong or pertain to four Bhumi. They pertain to four Bhumi. So we cannot say the Vedana Khanda arises first, then Sanya Khanda, then Sankhara Khanda, then Vijnana Khanda. Because we do not say the Vedana, where Vedana arises, Kamajara Vedana arises first, they Rupajara Vedana, they Arupajara Vedana, they Lokottara Vedana. It's not like that. So because Vedana, all kinds of the Vedana pertains to four Bhumi can arise at the same time. We do not can arise at the same time. That means so the where Kamajara Jeta arises there, the Kamajara Vedana also arises. Where the Lokottara Jeta arises there, the Lokottara Vedana also arises there. So no, Vedana is founded here, or the Khandha is founded here, not according to the Bhumi, not according to the order of the Bhumi. So it is not to be said, Bhumikama. So among the 5 orders, so the Upadikama also no, Pahanakama no, Patipadikama no, Bhumikama no. Only one kama is remaining. Let's see that one kama. Desana Kamopana Yojiri. Desana kama is suitable or appropriate.
May I have a question about Chatupuma? Chatupumaka refers to the Kama, Rupa, Arupa, and Lokuttara, right, Sayadaw?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
So just like I told you before, the Jatupumaka, Lokottara also regarded as Lokottara Avata Bhumi, we say Lokottara Bhumi. So Kamajara Bhumi, Ruvajara Bhumi, Aruvajara Bhumi, Lokottara Bhumi.
So Sayadaw, I saw someone takes the Jatupumaka as Kama Vajara Kusala, Kama Vajara Akusala, and Rupa Arupa, like that.
That is not Bhumi, that is Jadi.
Someone took that as a Bhumi. So when I saw that, I was so surprised.
So we have learned the Rupa Khanda also, the related to that. Sanya Khanda, Sakara Khanda. So see. Jatupumaka Sankhara, Sankhara also Jatupumaka Sankhara, Sanya also Jatupumaka Sanya, Jatupumika Sanya, Jatupumika Sankhara, Jatupumika Vedana, we use those things. So if you use, you see, kusala, akusala, rupa, arupa, how about the logotra vedana? How about logotra sanya? How about logotra sankhara? So in which in which bhumi you got to include logotra sankhara.
That's why when I read that, I was surprised. So where they put the logo?
I don't see who wrote it.
In the one translation regarding the Dhammapada, in the Chinese translation, I saw that.
Oh yeah, yes. One time you asked me about that, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, maybe he missed it. This Nakamopana Yojadi, Pana here of course, of these, actually of these, no translation for that, no Pali word for this translation of these. So Pana, firstly, you could say, this Nakamo, no, sorry.
Bana, here is Sayadaw, can we say Bana is a Bhakkhandara?
Yes, Bhakkhandara, the proof or the among the five. 4 has been described, the remaining one. So Bana to be continuous, we say, or Bhakkhandara, another explanation, you can say Bhakkhandara. Why here? This before. Yeah, but here we stop here. But order of teaching is appropriate. This is not Kamopana, but he translates but here. That's also okay. Or Pana to be continuous. Or Pana, the after is explaining the 4 orders. After explaining the 4 order, there will be the explanation of the previous another one. You can say like that. But also okay here. Pana but Pana to be continuous. This Nagamo Yojadi. The Nagamo Yojadi order of teaching is appropriate. Abhidhamma hi yam panchasu khandesu attagaha patita vinaya jana. So the Pali is good. Pali is good, you know. Yeah. This one. Abhidhamma hi yam panchasu khandesu attagaha patita. So attagaha patita vinaya jana. Semua gana uniboga dasnena attagahato mojedu kama bhagava hita kama tassa janasa sukha ghanatan chaku adina pi usya bhutan olarika pathama rupa khanda desedi. The Buddha is founded, the past tense. The Buddha is founded rupa khanda first. So abhidhamma pajasu khandesu. So the attagaha patita vinaya jana here. The vinaya jana, the understandable, the beings who could understand the Dhamma, vinaya Dhamma. The people, the beings who could understand the Dhamma. Vinaya jana, attagaha patita, taking the 5 aggregate as atta abhidhamma without the classification or without dividing those 5 aggregates. Taking all these 5 aggregates as atta, without separating the 5 aggregate, rupa atta, vedana atta, sanya atta, sankhara, vijnana khanda atta, without separating those aggregates. So taking all the aggregates, the collectively the assuming as atta gaha patita vinaya jana, the beings who take 5 aggregate as atta, samuha gana uniboga dasnena, by, you see, by show them Samuha Gana. Samuha are the Samuha Gana Winiboga. So we have to see here. Assume a say here, a mother aggregate through this, not have a C divided us here. Not here, folly here. Folly to assume say. Atta gaha patita. Folly to patita here, folly. Folly to take it here, gaha, take it. Folly to take it, say. Take it, assume a say. So the Amadipha aggregate through this not have a B divided. Abhidhamma, Panchasu Khandisu, that is Abhidhamma, not have be divided. Divided up, the 5 aggregates. Then, so the blessed one is desirous of releasing from then assuming of self by getting them to see how the compact mass is resolved. Here, Mojedu Kamo, Bhagawa Piṭaka mo, you see, desirous of welfare of the beings. Tasa Sanasa Sukha Kanata, to make the beings to make the being attains happiness. See? Mojedu Kamo Atta Gahado Mojedu Kamo. The Buddha was the being to release or to free from the atta, atta of 5 aggregates. Samuha Gana Winaboga Dasanena by here. By getting there to see how the compact mass, see? By getting them to see how the compact mass. So, here, Samuha Gana Winaboga Dasanena. So we take, you see the Gana, Samuha, Gana, we take the 5 aggregates. Samuha Gana, the Muhasana Gana of 5 aggregates. We take as Atta. The Buddha was the being to release from the Atta and to get the real happiness. That's why the Buddha is founded Rupa first here. Jaku Adina Visya Buddha Olarika Sukkuma Rupa here. Jaku Adina or the Olarika, Jaku Adina, Visya Buddha Olarika Rupa. The Buddha is founded Rupa Khanda, even you see gross Rupa Khanda, which is the object of Jaku, Soda, and so. Kama. Why the Buddha is founded Rupa Khanda first? The Buddha is founded Rupa Khanda first because the beings, you see, assume all these Rupa Khanda without the burden, and to each assume them as self. So the Buddha was the beings to release from such kind of view and to let the beings get real happiness. That's why he is founded the Rupa first, which is gross. Compared to Nama, the Rupa is gross, gross Rupa. So even though, the object of Jaku, like Rupa Ramana, Sada Ramana, Gada Ramana, Rasa Ramana, Piṭaka Ramana, all these Rupa, the Buddha is founded first. Tato Etanita Rupa Samudita Vedana. Tato Etanita Samudita Vedana. Then here. Then after that here, Tato after that. Etanita Rupa Samudita Vedana. The feeling which feels the materiality is experienced as desirable or undesirable. So here, Etanita Rupa Samudita, the feeling that experiences the matter. So Etanita experiences the matter as desirable or undesirable. So that means to experience that matter, the Buddha is founded Vedana Khanda here. First, the Buddha is founded the Rupa. Secondly, he is founded the Vedana. That experiences the rupa. So without those rupa, the Vedana may not experience anything as object. So the Buddha, actually the object of Vedana is not only matter, but here, to experience those matters, many kinds of matter, like a design report, inferior, superior, gross, subtle, any matter. So to feel or to experience those matters, the Buddha is found at the second khanda aggregate. The yang vidita tasanya diti ewan vedana visyasa akara kahika sanya. So the perception, then the perception which grasps the aspect or the object of feeling, the perception which grasps the aspects of the feeling, object of aspects of the object of the feeling. So what the Vedana feel, sanya marks it. What he feels, that he perceives. So what whatever Vedana feels, so sanya perceives that one, just perceiving, just perceives the experience of the Vedana. Then, so the Buddha is found at sanya khanda. This sanya was in a abhisankarake sankare desa Vedana dina. The abhisankare, sorry. Sanya was in a abhisankarake sankare. Yeah, the formation which forms the means of perception. Formation which forms the means of perception, by means of perception. So we perform anything because of our perception, because we receive some kind of the something, depending on this perception, we acquire, we do something. So we know something, we do, we know how to do dana, so we mark this, say we do, we perform sankhara. So sanyavasena abhisankarake sankhare. So whatever we perform by means of sanya there, by means of perception, or what perception have perceived. So depending on that, we perform something. That's why after sanya, the Buddha is found at the sankhara khanda. That is always vedanadina nisaya, adipti buddha ja vinyana. That the vinyana, the Buddha is found at vinyana finally, because the vinyana, that is, you see, dependent by the vedana sanya sankhara. The vinyana, which is dependent by the other, the nama khanda, the adipti Buddha. So that vinyana also is the chief. So we say manopo bhagama dhamma manopo siddha manomaya. Mind is the foreigners of all things, foreigners of sanya, foreigners of vedana, foreigner of sankhara. So mind is the foreigners of the other namakanda, the matter aggregate. So that is adipti Buddha. So vinyana is finally is founded among the five khandas, because depending on that vinyana, there are many matter aggregates arise, and the vinyana. Please, you say something?
No, nothing, Sayadaw.
Oh, sorry. Like I had something. So vinyana, you see, is founded lately, because the other matter aggregates arise depending on the vinyana. A vinyana is also the chief or the foreigner or the matter aggregates. That's why the Buddha is found at the vinyana later. Ewa tawa kamato vinajyato vinyatapo. So the teaching of the five aggregates Vibhaṅga, Khandhavibhaṅga, the teaching of the Khandhavibhaṅga is regarded as the teaching of the order of the teaching. the order of the teaching here. Desana Kama. So Kama do Winija Neo Winya Betapo. Kama do Winija Neo Kama Betapo. Yeah. The first place, so the way of definition be known as to order. So the Winija Neo, yeah. The way of definition, Winija Neo. But the Vinaya, to say definition is not so good. So definition, Vinaya Nayo, the way of see determining or not here, Vinaya, investigation, the way of investigation, the as to order is to be understood. The way of definition, how you want to Vinaya Nayo, how will you translate this Vinaya Nayo? Vinaya.
So I think Vinaya we can translate it like a analysis, right?
Yes, analysis or answer. Vinaya we say answer. Vinaya with the investigation actually. Investigate or examine. The method of examining, because we examine, the order here, which order is appropriate in this Khandhavibhaṅga. Definition. This is not definition. So Vinaya here we the examination of these 5 orders. It's not definition. So, Rano, how do you think? Vinaya, how will you translate? I don't like you see the word definition.
Yeah, investigation is good, Sayadaw. Yeah, I would go with investigation.
Investigation, okay.
Yeah, Sayadaw.
The ways of investigation or the method of investigation as to Kama, Viññāṭappo should be understood. Yes. So how about the any special here? The Mulatika. Mulatika did not say any special here. But for Viññāna here the is used as a dibri. Because Chadwara Dibri Raja, Manapo Bhagama Dhamma, he just paused there only. He just said the quotation only. So another thing is, so there is no special particular explanation for this. So we are not going to read Mulatika. We are not going to read. We continue here. We say Sato, Kamado S2. Kamado S2 order. We say Sato S2 distinction. S2 distinction. Kadanaja, Uparana Kadanaja, we say Sato. So distinction, what is the distinction here? The distinction of Khanda is Uparana Khanda. Yeah. Distinction of Khanda, Uparana Khanda. So we need to the classifying what is Khanda, what is Uparana Khanda. So the Rupa Khanda, the Buddha used only Khanda, but the 5 Khanda only. The Buddha did not use which is Khanda, which is Uparana Khanda. So we need to know among these 5 Khanda, what are called Khanda, what are called Uparana Khanda. We need to be very clear with this, because even even very famous method in Myanmar, like a Mogul method, this mistake. They stay mistress with this. Sayadaw, Mongo Sayadaw himself mistress with the Khanda, Upadana Khanda. Now all his followers, so stay, you see, take this this mistake. Even Sangha Mahanayaka made decision already, you know, or investigate or make the correct thing already. They also, you know, sign. They also sign not to use it again, but they still take that mistake, you know, the Mongo method. Mongo method. We have big problem with that. The Khanda is Upadana Khanda. That's why here, what is Khanda? What is Upadana Khanda? You must be very clear. Only after that, you will be clear with their teaching. So otherwise, you may be teach their teaching is right, but that's not correct. That's not correct. So they had a lot of mistake. Your Sayadaw also decided already. You see, refer it with many proofs, with many references. What is Khanda, what is Upadana Khanda. So they treat the Khanda as Upadana Khanda. You see, the Upadana Khanda as simple Khanda. So like the Khanda of the Buddha, the aggregate of the Buddha, 5 aggregates. So except Magga and Phala. Magga, Phala, you see, have the origin already actually, but Phala sometimes arises. So they say, you know, the body of the Buddha is Khanda only, not Upadana Khanda. Because the body of the Buddha is Arhat, not only the Buddha. The body of the Buddha, the aggregates of the Buddha, the aggregate of the Arhats are just Khanda, they say. Those aggregates are not Upadana Khanda because the Buddha and Arhat do not have any defilements there, do not have Upadana. They do, you see, claim the 5 aggregates. That's why the 5 aggregates are not Upadana Khanda. The 5 aggregates are only Khanda. They say like that. All the followers also agree with him. Even Dipika Sayadaw, like your Sayadaw, corrects already, but they stay. You see, take it. That's a big problem, Nyama. So Khanda Upadana Khanda Visesado here, the distinction of Khanda and Upadana Khanda. Kopana Desa Viseso, what are the differences of the 2 things here? The Khanda and Upadana Khanda. Khanda Tawa Avisesato Wodan, Khanda Tawa Avisesato, yeah, Avisesato Wodan. Not making any distinction. Yeah. What is the distinction between them? Aggregates Khanda in the first place, Tawa. Khanda Tawa is said without distinction. Here, without distinction, Khanda, when we say Khanda, we don't say Sasawa Khanda, Anasawa Khanda, Upadana Khanda, Anupadana Khanda. We just say Khanda. So when we say Khanda, we do not make any distinction there, whether they are Sasawa, whether they are Anasawa, whether they are Upadana, whether they are Anupadana. We do not make any the distinction between the Khanda there. Firstly, when we say aggregate, we do not make any distinction, whether they are Aswa, Saswa, whether they are Upadana, Anupadana. Upadaniya, Anupadaniya. The Upadana Khanda, Sasawa, Upadaniya, Bhavina, we say Sitwa. Yeah. Make a decision, we say Sitwa. The aggregate as object clanging. Here, Sasawa, Upadaniya. What is Sasawa? Here, aggregate as object clanging. Upadana Khanda. Sorry, Upadana Khanda. or the clinging aggregates, you can say, the clinging aggregates. It said, distinguishing these which are subject to kangos, which are to be clung to according as he said. So the according as yataha. Here, upadana khanda, sasawa upadaniya. Upadana, who we say upadana khanda, we distinguish the saswa and aswa. So the upadaniya and upadaniya. Here we distinguish as saswa, the object of kangos, upadaniya, the object of clinging. Upadaniya, the object of clinging. But here, to be clamped to, he translate. That's better to translate this. Distinguishing those which are subject to kangos and which are the object of clinging. Because we are familiar with the word upadaniya. Upadaniya means the dhamma which are the object of clinging. Saswa, we say saswa, the object of kangos. Here, subject to kangos is the object of kangos, the same. But subject to kangos is object of the kangos. How do you say these two terms, Rana, please? The subject to kangos is object of kangos. What are the differences between these two sentences?
They are subject to canker, which means they can be cankers. Yeah, it looks like they are subject to canker, which means they can be canker, I think. Yes.
If you say here, saswa, no, they can be cankers. They are also the object of cankers. Cankers,
so
the object of cankers.
Yeah. So for example, we say it is subject to change, which means it's going to change, right? Then that means it can change. But subject to cankers, which means it can be cankers. I think that's what it means.
So the subject to canker is better, you mean?
No. So you know that I mean, we know that it should be the object of cankers, right? Because that means the canker can take those as objects, right?
Yes.
That's what we should. That should be understood that way, right? So you know.
So if we say object to cankers, can we understand that it means the object of the cankers? It can be so?
I don't think so. They are subject to canker.
So normally we translate this for the object of cankers because the five aggregates here, except Lokottara Dhamma, Lokottara Khanda, all Lokiya Khandas are the object of the cankers. The canker can take these as their object.
Sayadaw, so maybe that is the reason. I'm not sure that is correct, but I think that is might be the reason why Sayadaw said earlier that in the Mogos method, he said the aggregates of the Arahant is just Khanda, but not Upadana Khanda. Right? Because maybe they can take the Upadana Khanda as the Kamādivinicchayakathā. Upadana-khanda, I think we should not take it as the Kamādivinicchayakathā, right? You know, because if we think that it is the Kamādivinicchayakathā, then we say that these khanda are upadana. And if they take it that way, then they can say that the khandas of the Buddha and or the Arahants, they don't have any upadana in there. So that's why we should not call the khandas of the Buddha or the Arahant upadana khanda. Maybe that is the reason.
The reason of their views, you mean?
That's what I'm thinking, yes. Because they're thinking that the khanda and the upadana are the same, one thing. And because the Buddha and the Arahants, they don't have any upadana anymore, right? Which means their khandas, we cannot take their khanda as the upadana khanda. We just take
maybe
them
they think that way.
Maybe that's the reason, yes.
Yes. But they don't give the reason. They don't say the Kamādiya, you know, Khanda e Upadana the same. They don't explain so. They explain. Right. They explain the Buddha and Arhat do not cling to five aggregates. Do not cling their aggregates. That's why the aggregates are not to be clung. The aggregates are not to be clung by themselves. That's why the aggregates are not Upadana Khanda. The aggregates are only Khanda because they do not cling to their own Khanda. That is the explanation. So
Yeah,
where we translate here, subject to Kangas.
Yeah, subject to
really,
it's not quite the same as the object of Kangas, you know.
Yes, better to say the object of Kangas because the Sayadaw group also prove with many citation, Brother Pali, Aṭṭhakathā. So they also made decision there. So that is wrong. Because he quote with many references there. Why it is wrong? Why this view is wrong? Why the view is wrong views? So there is wrong view. So for me here, I want to subject to Kangas according to your explanation. So they can be the Kangas. That's all. We say object of the Kangas. So that means the aggregates of the Buddha also can be attached by the other people. The aggregates of the Arhat also can be attached by other peoples. That is Upadana Khanda.
Yes.
Yes, many people. Sorry, please.
Is there any article wrote by the Sayadaw regarding that point?
Of course. I'll show you the books. Oh, I don't find the books. Vibhaṅga-aṭṭhakathā, we say, very big books, very nice, you know. So very good. The teaching of Sayadaw also very nice. So the examination of the Sayadaw also very nice. Those Sayadaw never, you know, complain Sayadaw, but they just, you see, check whether Sayadaw was relevant to the Buddha's teaching. If the teaching Sayadaw doctrine not relevant to the Buddha's teaching, why those are not relevant to the Buddha teachings? So they cite many, they give many references. They explain there. So they say there are also books. There are also CD record. You see, there are also records. So the Sayadaw suggests the Mongo said, you know, to delete those or to change the words. Sometimes they need to change the words only. So what they have printed the books, later if they print that later to delete some of the words, to change some of the words only, they give suggestion, very nice suggestion, you see. They don't blame Sayadaw. They don't blame Sayadaw, even though Sayadaw make mistakes, but they just say, just change the words or just remove this word. Because sometimes, you know, when you are talking, sometimes you make mistake. Later, you know, but that's very late because you have the printed books already. So you had to edit that again. But the second edition, you had to change your words. You have to remove something or you have to change some kind of words. You have to do it. But the first print, you have mistake already. We have the book Vibhaṅga-aṭṭhakathā. So very big one. You see, bigger than these books, I think, you know, bigger than this. Very interesting also. If you carry Burmese, you will get a lot of information there. So the facts, you had never seen before also, or the first, you have a doubt there, then you will be clear. So when I read Moggo Vinaya, so I like it very much. So I don't blame anyone, but which one is correct? Sometimes you see, we also mistake before, but when we read their books, so their book gave, you see, the answer there. Very nice, because the examiner, all the examiners are very learned. Like your Sayadaw, the one who composed Piṭaka Lanyo, Upanyasiha, the Sayadaw U Tejinda, all are learned. You know, they are very, very learned. So they examine, they had to examine the Mongol Sayadaw, the teaching, because someone, you know, report to the Sasana affair, someone report which path is wrong. Some of the teachers of Mongol Sayadaw is wrong. Sometimes they say, this is totally wrong. Please decide it as wrong views. So they reported to religious fair. That's why Sayadaw organized a group of Sayadaw. They examine, they check the teaching of Mongol Sayadaw, which one is right, which one is wrong. Sometimes even the right fact reported. So the Sayadaw, the examiner group, they say this is right. Even the reporter is say wrong, but they say this is right, this is not wrong. Why this is not wrong? They also give a lot of references. When they say this is wrong, why it is wrong? They give a lot of references there. This, if the fact is not wrong, they say this is not wrong, this is correct. So how it is correct? They give a lot of references there. So when you learn those, you get more knowledge. You know, the very good books. Moggo Vinaya, you can get the Sasana affair. You know, Moggo Vinaya. So please, buy that books. Read, try your best as much as you can.
Okay, Sayadaw.
Moggo Vinaya, very nice book. So here I want to translate the object of cankers. That's better. Then the object of clinging. The object of clinging Kamādivinicchayakathā. You know, if you cling to the Buddha, the body, they Kamādivinicchayakathā. So like Mahākāccāyana, very beautiful, very handsome, very smart. You know, Mahākāccāyana. His case also very nice compared to others. So whoever sees that Mahākāccāyana, they love him, you know, Mahākāccāyana. So the Mahākāccāyana was an arahat. Even he was an arahat. But the people, when someone sees Sayadaw, you know, with the soul Sayadaw, so they attach to Sayadaw body. Oh, very smart, very handsome Sayadaw. Oh, very great Sayadaw. Something like that. They say, they look at the Sayadaw, you know. So the body of the Sayadaw, the aggregate of the arahat also are to be climbed. That's why the aggregates of the Buddha, aggregate of the Arhat also are called Upadana Khanda. We cannot call it as Khanda. That's why here I want to translate the object of the cankers and the object of the Upadana. Because here, Sasaswa Upadaniya Pavina, which is Sidwa. So the Buddha, the quotation is given below, you know. Paja Khanda, Paja Upadana Khanda. When the Buddha is found at Khanda, he just found, you see, Adinanagara Pajubana, Ajadawa Bhira, and so. But when he come to Upadana Khanda, he used Sasawa Upadaniya, he used the word Sasawa Upadaniya. Sasawa, the object Sasawa, Upadaniya, the object Upadana. When you come to Upadana Khanda, he used the word Sasawa Upadaniya. He distinguished what is Khanda, what is the Upadana Khanda. When he the talk Khanda, he doesn't use the word Sasawa Upadaniya. When you come to Upadana Khanda, he uses the word Sasawa Upadaniya. That's why this is the distinction between Khanda and Upadana Khanda. if you are clear with the Khanda, Upadana Khanda, whoever teach you about the Khanda, Upadana Khanda, or if someone teach a wrong way, you also know that is wrong. So you can decide by yourself. You can make decision which one is right, which one is wrong. Okay, time is over. So I feel good, when I stand like this, I feel good. Because after eating, if you sit long, that's not good. Okay, let's start our class here. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day. See you
Sayadaw.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you very
Sayadaw.
much, Sayadaw.
Okay, see you.
See you tomorrow.